Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dave Russell. Well, Dale checks in with a report from Ohio Forestry. Dale?
Joining me is Jenna Reese, and Jenna, it wasn't that long ago we talked about managing forests. There really is a part two to this, and I'm going to say, for the lack of better terms, it's managing your available advisor resources. Tell us more.
Very portion of managing your woodlands is making sure that you're working with certified professionals. If you've followed all the steps for part one of managing your woodlands, then you are likely ready to harvest your timber and sell that timber. For other commodities, you would go to a grain merchandiser to help get the best price for your commodity. It's no different with timber. You're going to want to work with certified forestry professionals who know the markets, who know the industry, who can get you a better price than you can on your own, and also help establish relationships within the industry to do this long term.
What are the kind of things we're talking about? Master loggers here?
Yes, specifically master loggers. Logging is the most deadly profession in the United States. The only way to ensure that you're working with a trained logging professional is to make sure they're an Ohio master logger, and that's through the Ohio Forestry Association. These people are receiving technical training, safety training. They're carrying workers' comp. They're trained in first aid, CPR. They've really gone above and beyond to make sure that they are certified professionals who will do the job well, who will do it safely, and who will do it in compliance with pollution abatement regulations.
And like lots of other things, you can get a second opinion from another master logger just to see how things stack up.
Absolutely. One of the resources that Ohio Forestry Association provides is an updated list on our website of all the master loggers throughout the state of Ohio. You can search them individually or find them listed by county, and that's at ohioforest.org.
ohioforest.org. I've been visiting with Jenna Reese, Executive Director of the Ohio Forestry Association.
Well, bird flu is forcing farmers to slaughter millions of chickens a month, pushing U.S. egg prices to more than double their cost in the summer of 2023. And it appears there may be no relief in sight given the surge in demand as Easter approaches. The average price per dozen nationwide hit $4.15 in December, and the Agriculture Department predicts prices are going to soar another 20% this year. Organic and cage-free varieties are even more expensive. Well, the USDA's first cattle inventory report for 2025 reflects a year-over-year decrease. But what might that mean for the cattle market in the coming months?
What is the size of the U.S. cattle herd at the start of 2025? USDA livestock analyst Mike McConnell with the numbers from the January cattle inventory report.
All cattle and calves in the United States on January 1st of this year was estimated to be 86.7 million head. That's about 1% lower than what it was a year ago,
reflecting a continued contraction in the cattle inventory. However,
there are some indications there might be opportunities in the future for producers to retain and expand.
McConnell says some of those indicators within the cattle report include
the number of feeder animals outside feedlots is estimated to be about 24.6 million head, which is down slightly from a year ago, although it's not quite down as sharply as the total herd would be. So in addition, some of the revisions in 2024 indicated that the number of cattle outside feedlots was a little bit higher than what the numbers were estimated to be about a year ago,
pointing to more supplies in 2024 than previously estimated, and not as sharp a tightening of supplies in 2025 in the cattle market. I'm Ron Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
According to data from the Energy Information Administration, ethanol production dropped to the lowest level in almost 3 months, and inventories declined in the 7 days that ended January 24th. Output declined to an average of 1.015 million barrels a day. Midwest production plunged to an average of 964,000 barrels a day. That's down from 1.042 million the week prior. The markets, they're next.
Over 2,400 pieces of quality equipment will be up for grabs during the Ritchie Brothers Great Lakes Regional Sales Event on February 12th and 13th. Don't miss out on this huge selection of vehicles and machinery suited to a wide variety of industries and applications, including truck tractors, van trucks, pickup trucks, refrigerated trailers, excavators, flatbeds, and more. Level up your buying experience by taking advantage of our pre-sale in-person inspections. Registration for the sale is free and online only. Visit rbauction.com to get started. Again, that's rbauction.com.
Did you know that soybeans are the secret sauce behind Ohio's booming poultry farms? Each year, poultry consume a whopping 937 million bushels of soybean meal nationwide. This high-protein powerhouse keeps chickens and turkeys thriving. making Ohio number 2 in egg production and number 9 in turkey farming. From farm to table, soybeans power the farms that feed families. Brought to you by Ohio soybean farmers and their checkoff.
The market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. At the Board of Trade, March corn $4.88 3/4, up 6 3/4. December corn $4.65 1/4, up a nickel. March beans $10.58 1/4, up 16 1/4. November beans $10.63 1/4, up 12 1/4. July wheat $5.90 1/4, up 6 cents. At the Mercantile Exchange, February cattle $202.97, down $1.62. February hogs $84.32. up 15 cents. April feeder cattle, $269.82, down $5.30. This is the Ohio AgNet.